I'm going to do a little unboxing here and review of my brand new Present Toys Skeleton Knight. This is a third-party Ghost Rider figure. Now, one thing I like about my channel is that I believe that you should collect what you like and collect what you can make work for you. There's a lot of people that only get top of the line, that only get the best of the best. And I'm more along the lines of, if you see something, if it represents something well enough to you, then that good enough is good enough. Believe me, I would like to have everything Hot Toys and in art studios, but it's a bit out of my budget. It's probably a bit out of a lot of people's budgets. Those things are quite costly. Okay, so here's the outer sleeve. You can kind of see the strange font saying Skeleton Knight. The inner box is much cooler looking. Present Toys Skeleton Knight with the flaming Ghost Rider head. Now, some people, I believe Hot Toys had produced a Nick Cage Ghost Rider years ago, and I believe that this is pretty much just a copy of that Luke Cage head. So let's see what we got here. Sorry about all the crinkly noise, but hey, it's an authentic opening. There's the packaging. Okay, one of the things that I like, Present Toys does a pretty decent job with a lot of things, but most importantly, they use real leather. And there's the Nicolas Cage head sculpt. But more importantly, it's a real leather jacket. Now, I think one of the problems that you'll have with third-party figures is quite often scale. And usually they are too small. But I think this one is actually a little too large. Yeah, he comes in at about almost 12 and a half inches tall, which would make, let's see, if we do the math, so 12 inches is 6 feet. So 1 foot would be 2 inches. So 6 inches would be 1 inch. And so 3 inches to a half inch. So, and this figure is about 6'2" in scale. I don't know that Nicolas Cage is that tall, but the Ghost Rider himself, in the Ghost Rider form, is supposed to be 6'2", but Johnny Blaze is, I think, 5'10". Not a terrible problem to have, that your figure, if you put him in his Ghost Rider form, is going to be very impressive. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure himself, and we'll get to the accessories in a minute. Now, I purchased this guy through T&S Toys, and I get a lot of my pre-orders from there. There's a Facebook group where you can get on some of the pre-orders and it can actually save you some money. These spikes are actually pretty sharp. Let's check out all right. So the articulation is severely limited by the clothing. So he can't really, it's not too bad, but you're not getting his legs up much higher than this. I probably will end up like stripping the costume off to see exactly what kind of body that they use under here. The knees are ratcheted, so they could be a little bit firm to hold him up, which is good. Nothing's worse than having figures fall over just randomly. Like I said, the leather, the costume work is really good. Be careful pushing down on these spiked wristbands here because they are very sharp, and on the gloves as well. You could definitely put a hole in your finger as you're trying to work on this. Not bad. Uh, Upper body has really good articulation. I think what I might be seeing is just very stiff joints, which might not be a bad thing. The hip is a little bit limited by the tightness of the pants. But for you ladies out there that like Nicolas Cage, I guess that would be not a bad thing. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other cool things that this guy comes with. So he has this tray first. He's got multiple hands. He's got two grasping hands, two fisted hands, and these are trigger hands that he has up here. We have the Ghost Rider head. Let's see if this lights up. I had purchased a copy of this once before. Okay, let's pull out the little guy here. Okay, the jaw is popping off. Okay, it could be a little bit of an issue, but it's not too bad. You will have to be careful because it can slip off there. There we go. Look at that. See if I have something with a black background here. You can see the glow of the LED inside, which is very impressive. Look, you can see the eyes. See if I can get up there closer. The camera doesn't really pick it up, but it's got a very nice, very nice glow in the eyes. There's the neck piece. I'll pop this onto the figure in a few minutes to give you an idea of what it looks like all lit up with the full effect. And there goes that jaw again. The lower jaw is a little bit of a pain. Doesn't like to stay in there very well. But you can open the mouth, which you see the back of the neck, but it's a pretty cool effect just because the jaw opens. You will have to be careful with this because I could see this jaw getting lost very easily. It's a I don't know how you could correct it, but it's pretty neat. All right, so I'm gonna turn off the battery here. I'm going to get my little pin, or it's not a pin, it's a where'd you go? I'll put it back in here later. The little thing that prevents the connection from happening, so the light bulb won't go off or the LED won't go on and kill my battery. But that's the Ghost Rider head. There went the jaw. Yeah, what's going to happen? Okay. So be careful if you take the head out. The jaw is very, very loose and could be lost very easily. So be warned. Okay, let's slide you back in your little container here. It's very cool looking. The flames are multicolored. They're sort of yellow, light orange to a darker orange. So they have a really nice effect, even when they're not lit. He comes with some flame effects that sit in the hands. So I'll take this out here, and you can take this, you can put it inside the hand like so. I don't know if you can see very well because of all the black, but it's let's try this guy. You can see where the hand is supposed to go into this flame effect. There you go. So it's left and right hand, like that. So he can hold his little ball of fire. That's really cool. Okay. There's my little tab. Put that back in later. See what else we have that goes with this guy. Okay. I'm liking this. You get 2 shotguns. Okay, so we have 2 shotguns here. And the base. First, we have the normal shotgun. Ooh, look, lever action. It actually moves. Look at that. You could pose him in the position where he's doing the old John Wayne Rooster Cogburn thing. And then you have the Hellfire effect shotgun. Now this is going to go really nicely with the present toys. The present that made it last year. The original Ghost Rider, the Carter Slade one. Looks like Sam Elliott from the Ghost Rider film. This isn't too bad. It's the flame effects aren't as pronounced as they are on the other pieces, but it looks nice. No complaints about it. Okay, he's got his chain that you can wrap around his shoulder. He's got his little weapon there, his little dart on the end. Also with that, he's got the flame effect chain like this. This is really, really quite impressive. Sadly, I do not have the motorcycle to go with this because that would be really cool. At some point, I may have to either think about making one myself or. Okay, and you have this, the little flame effect that you can sit down. So you can have him standing. There's 2 of these. And that would sit on the floor because it's flat on one side. So you can actually have him standing inside of this flame circle. Or it could go this way. Make like the little S shape. But very cool. Very cool piece. I'm liking the stand. Quite often with these things, especially the third-party figures, you can get just sort of a generic stand. And this is pretty impressive. Because it has a road effect, which is nice for a Ghost Rider. You can see it's got a textured, well, not texture, but a looks like a blacktop surface, which is pretty impressive. It says Skeleton Knight, which I may have to cover that with something that says Ghost Rider, but it looks very nice. I have a friend who has a laser etcher. We'll see if he can't etch something into a piece of metal for me, and I can just kind of hot glue it over top of the Skeleton Knight. But overall, very nice. I have never seen the Hot Toys Nicolas Cage sculpt, and I'm assuming that this is just a recasting of it. Someone got a hold of it and made a copy and put it on here. It looks like Nicolas Cage. The paintwork's not bad. It's overall, for the price of this compared to a Hot Toys figure, Let's see, I'll pull up here and tell you exactly how much this guy was. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this guy was $210. So for all this, with everything, he's coming in at least $80 underneath an average Hot Toy right now. So Hot Toys are running at best these days at about I would say $280 to $290. So it's actually a pretty good bargain for the for everything that this comes with. You got some nice flame effects, and there are some other things you can get on eBay that are nice flame effects with the uh, in the same style of clear resin, which is pretty cool. I'm very happy with this. This is it's a nice package. Um, Everything seems to work really well. The lights go on. All right, let's try and do this with the head swap. See how that goes. Okay, so there's a little piece of plastic inside the head. Okay. Orf of his head. There's Nick Cage. It's not bad. Okay. Let's see if we can get this guy here. Not lose his jaw. That would not be fun. I am not going to light his head up because it'll just be another step. Okay. So there he is. There's the Present Toys Ghost Rider or Skeleton Knight. He's got some good. Whoop! There went his head. Okay. I was afraid of that. Getting down into this thing where you have to with this, and try it without the neck piece. It's hard to because you're pushing down on these nice sharp flame points on the head. Yeah. You might have to hit that with a heat gun or a hair dryer to soften that up to get a nice bite on it right before it clips on. But let me try this again, like so. There we go. I think that's better. Yep. Okay. He's not falling off now. Yeah, that's an impressive figure. That's looks really good. The only thing, my only complaint, the pants are a little short. If you pull these up to where they should be, you can kind of see they're a little bit of some high waters there, like that. Now, with a body swap, it might not matter, and it looks like the underbody in here is it's cast in black. Maybe. Nope, it's flesh colored, like that. If you can see, there we go. So, yeah, you could probably do a body swap on this if the pant legs length bothers you. I don't know that it's going to upset me too much. Go to the effort of like swapping at the body, but he looks pretty impressive. The hands, okay, hands come off pretty easily. Let's see if I can give him a handful of fire, make him look impressive, most impressive. This is the fun part about collecting. It's funny because when my son was little, and he's 33 years younger than me, so he would get toys and he would be like, "Daddy, can you play with me?" And man, I would try and try and try to play like I did when I was a kid with the imagination, but it's just not there for me. There you go. Look at that. There he is with a handful of fire. That's pretty impressive. He's going to look cool on the shelf in a nice menacing pose with his flame there. It's pretty cool because this it fits right into the hand. It's molded to kind of fit into the hand a little bit like that. So I don't know if they copied the molds or if they sometimes that's the way it works when you get some of these factories. They will get an order to do the legitimate order, and then what they'll do is just make copies and sell them on the black market to third party companies and so forth at a much cheaper price, but 100% profit. Uh, that all the R&D that somebody else went to the effort of making. You got to be really careful with these little spikes. But there he is. There's the Present Toys Skeleton Knight, who will go very nicely with my Carter Slade figure. And overall, I'm very happy with the quality. Like I said, the only complaint was really the length of the pants, but it's real leather. If you put it on a slightly shorter body, or at least one without the, let's take a look at the leg real quick, and we'll see. Yeah, there's this, looks like be just a basic Hot Toys clone, but this is the slightly longer um, ankle peg. So you could probably swap this body out relatively easily with one that's just slightly shorter, and the pants would actually fit more, I don't want to say accurately, but better. But yeah, that's him. There he is. So, like I said, I got him for $210 on TNS Toys, and very happy with the purchase. He did take a long time to arrive. I think I paid for him about a year ago, and he has just shown up on the porch today. So it was a long wait, but you know, I've waited longer for Hot Toys figures, that's for sure. But yeah, he's going to make a good addition to my Marvel Comics mystical line, Doctor Strange, and I'm going to make a Werewolf by Night to go along with him. But there he is. So hope you enjoyed it. Any questions about it, please leave it in the comments, and I will be happy to address it and let you know anything I can point out to you that might be helpful. Okay, till next time. I do plan on doing some new stuff with going over some of the less um, the lesser publicized 6 scale figures that are out there on the third party circuit. Skeleton Knight. Thanks for watching.